Hey there, welcome back to another episode. Today we're talking about some documents that are required when you're starting the loan process for a mortgage. So we have Lisa Ramsey with Milestone Mortgage here. Lisa, say hi.
Hi.
All right. Okay, so they've found their realtor. They're ready to dive in. What are some of the first steps that you need them to do?
Sure. So there's kind of a difference between, getting pre-approved versus pre-qualified. Okay. So getting pre-approved, I generally tend to just look at their income statements. Okay. So whatever that may be. And then if they're going to be putting down like a large payment or something, then I require 2 months of bank statements to get that process rolling. So that's the very beginning. And then when we move into pre-qualification, then I'll ask for more of, I need your ID. If they're pulling money out of asset accounts, say like they're doing a 401k loan or something, I'll need 2 months, of those type of documents. I do a soft pull on a credit report to begin with, so that does not affect their credit score. Nobody's calling them when I do a soft pull, which is a big deal right now. And so I already have, all their liabilities at that time. And then I need 2 years of W-2s, typically.
So at the start, you mentioned income statements and debt. So they're going to have to provide all of that information. But in the income statement realm, what if they're self-employed versus a W?
Yeah, good question. So on income, if they are self-employed, typically I'll look at 2 years of tax returns. If they've been in business longer than 5 years, I can typically go off of just 1 year of tax returns. But the reason why we do that is because we have to average it. So I always tell people, if you're writing off everything, you're not going to have any income. So, you actually need to show some income and maybe pay some money to the IRS. In order to get a home. Whereas somebody who's not self-employed, I can just go off, their most recent pay stub as well.
So another thing that kind of comes up is major life changes.
Yes.
So one of the ones that come to mind is if they're starting a new job. What major things are you looking at if they're starting a new job?
Sure. So we have different lenders, and different lenders kind of require different things. But our main lender, let's just say they're moving here, then I would look at an offer letter. Okay. But that offer letter cannot have any contingencies. Okay. That's one thing the lender will look at. So let's just say they needed to go through a health examination before they actually started the job. Then I would need the employer to clear that up and say, yes, we did the health examination. They're good to go. So that's one of the things, the offer letter. And then let's just say they're military, because we have a lot of military here. Typically I'll have their orders, or we can get a letter from the commanding officer if they haven't received their orders yet.
Okay. So let's dive a little bit deeper into that particular subject. What about straight rate pay versus commission? Is there a major change or things along those lines where the rate is variable?
Yes. So great question. When it is variable, we look at 2 years. We do that the same as commission as well. Okay. Because if you have a fixed income, then, the lender knows you're always going to receive that. So like a salary type. Mm-hmm. Even if you're part-time, we would just need to look at 2 years. So, and the reason for that is because you have to show stability in your job.
Okay. And then, unfortunately, there are 3Ds that always happen. Not always, but tend to happen in life. And one of those major life changes is divorce. Is there something different that they need to provide you in the case of divorce?
Yeah, so great question. That it actually pops up a lot. Somebody's going through a divorce, they want to purchase a house right away. Typically, we will just need the separation agreement. So that is the legal document that actually shows how they're splitting up the assets. And, perhaps, let's just say it's a female individual. Is she getting alimony? If there's kids involved, are they getting, child support? And then there's also what's called a child separation agreement. If there are children involved that we would need to. So they just have to make sure that they've gone through the legal process of going through that, and then they can purchase a home. We don't need the divorce decree. We just need those other documents to show how the assets will be divided up.
So there you have it. You need to make sure you have your income statements, make sure you have all of your debts and liabilities ready to provide your lender. and make sure all of your banking statements are ready to be accessed when they need them. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us, and we are more than happy to help you. Have a great day.